It feels like it's been forever getting here, but we've finally got some time behind the wheel of the INEOS Grenadier. Bit of history about this vehicle. If you look back, it was conceived in the same mould as the Land Rover Defender or the Mercedes-Benz G-Wagon, as a purposeful, go-anywhere, all-wheel drive wagon. Of course, it's got live axles, coil springs all around, diff locks front and rear are available. It's got a choice of inline 6-cylinder, 3-litre diesel or petrol engines, both turbocharged, 8-speed automatic transmission. It comes as a wagon with 5 seats only, no 7-seat option in it, but plenty of room in the back, lots of luggage space, good roof capacity, all those things that make it for a great touring vehicle. The Grenadier is the 5-door, 4-wheel drive wagon from INEOS. There is a double cab ute version coming in the first part of 2024. Looks pretty much the same thing, ladder chassis, live axles front and rear, coil springs, but a double cab ute on a longer wheelbase with a tray on the back. It's going to be exciting, can't wait to see that one. But for now, we've got the Grenadier, 5-door wagon, a choice of petrol or diesel engines, and 3 specification levels. The base spec is pretty much bare bones, but it's not stripped out, if you know what I mean there. But it's got lots of things and it allows you to option it up to however you want. The Trail Master, which we have here, it comes more for the off-roader. It comes standard with diff locks and the rough pack, which gives it a few more things that the off-roader might want, and then you can start accessorising on top of that. And the Field Master's more of a luxury package, doesn't have the diff locks as standard, but it's got things like the Safari pop-up roofs, things like that, which you might want. But no matter which one you get, there are so many options, so many things you can choose to tailor these cars to however you want them. Like take this one for example, even though it's the mid-spec one, it's got the 17-inch steel wheels on it with the BF Goodrich all-terrain tyres. There's also a choice of 18-inch alloy wheels or 17-inch alloy wheels with some milder all-terrains as well. It's up to the owner, and the fact that INEOS offers all these options is really good. Let's get it out on the tracks. We're in the Grenadier Trail Master, and this one is the B57 3-litre BMW diesel engine, which is an engine that's been in tens of thousands of BMW vehicles and harks back to the legendary M57 engine. So it's been around forever, very reliable, very competent. In fact, INEOS have actually chosen a lower specification grade. It's a bit lower on outputs than what it is in BMW vehicles for this application, just for durability and the type of use you get in this sort of vehicle. It matches beautifully with the ZF 8-speed transmission, works well. BMW and ZF work together forever. It's a combination you really can't go past. These cars are more than 2,500 kilos, so they are quite heavy, but it gets along really well. Even on this low-speed bush track stuff, it's got all the power you want, good visibility around the car, low range is very low, got great engine braking and good power when you're climbing up out of hills, out of creeks and so forth, and some of the tracks through here. It's been really good in that regard. The suspension feels firm, you really feel the bumps, but we have got these tyres at road pressures. We're on the launch here, so it's not all under our control. It would be much smoother if you drop the tyre pressures down a bit. But it feels firm, yet it articulates really well when we were in the rougher stuff, the low range tracks earlier. It really works well, almost to the extent where you don't need the lockers, because it's like a Land Rover in that regard, that it keeps wheels on the ground where they can get traction. I think when we get to really get away from town with these cars and get in some gnarly tracks, you're going to find it's going to be a very competent off-road vehicle. Something that's going to appeal to people wanting to build a car to tour around Australia, around the world even. Like a Land Cruiser 70 series, these cars are made for it, which there's not many vehicles like that these days. The cabin itself is quite compact. It's not a big car, it's more like a, as I say, go back to Defender and G-Wagon in size, or a Land Cruiser 76, very similar vehicles, the three of them. So quite compact, it's narrow in the cabin here. You've got plenty of adjustments for the seats and the steering column in and out, but in INEOS's way of trying to get away from electronics, even in the top spec car, the seats are manual adjustment. So Some people may not like that, but it works for us. Plenty of space, good visibility, it's comfortable, rattle-free. It feels like a good, solid car that you can depend upon. Being a new company, who knows what it's going to be like down the track, but it feels solid. It's got a car that I would be confident in building up to take anywhere around the country. And that's what we're really looking forward to with it, is seeing what owners are doing with them, customising them to get out on the tracks, out in the deserts, up in the high country, all the places we know and love, and see what it's capable of. From these first impressions on the launch, I think it's going to be a great thing.